Good morning. Welcome to Windy Hill Kennel. I'm Kathy Grandstaff, and we're glad you found us, or we're glad you're back. If you are new to us, please hit the subscribe button below. I would really appreciate it. We do a new video every single week of every litter. And if for some reason there isn't anything on by Saturday evening, that means something's really stressful is going on at my house. It's only happened a few times, but it's happened. Before we get started, I want to kind of throw my voting issue at you. You got to vote. You got to vote. Everybody's got to get out and vote. So I don't care how ticked off you are or how stupid you think people in this election are. You have to vote. If you don't vote, don't gripe. I'd like to say the other word, but don't gripe. And the only way we'll ever change anything is to vote. If you can't drive and get there, I'm sure you can call a neighbor and they'll get you there. If you're in my area and you can't get there, call me. One of us will take you to vote, so long as you're registered. I think the time to register if you weren't is gone in our area. I know it's still open in some areas of the country to register, but this is probably the most important election you'll ever have in your life. And our country's in one heck of a mess. You know, I know end times are coming. I'm a Christian. I believe in everything the Bible says. There is so much prophecy coming true that, yeah, it might be 1,000 years before Jesus comes back, but he'll come back. So I don't care if you're a Christian or you're a non-believer, if you're whatever religion, you gotta vote. So please, people, please go vote. Early. We voted, I think, the second day in our area that we could go to the courthouse and vote. We went for early voting. So I don't care if you're a mail-in, just please vote. Okay, I'm done. So we specialize in Schnoodles and Schnauzers, if you don't know us. And this morning we're downstairs with Siri's kids. And this is such a shock from her last litter. I'm so glad, though. She had 9 in her last litter. So it was like an insane big litter for a 9-pound dog. This litter, I honestly feel, is going to go somewhere between 8 and 11 pounds. Siri is not over 10 pounds, and neither is the dad. He's only 5.5. But they're fat, and they have all the milk she can produce, where last time everybody had to share. And I know I actually groomed one of Siri's puppies this last week that it was the second smallest, I think, in the litter that Rose and Bob got. They go to our church, and she weighs like 6 pounds, 6 ounces, and out of the 9, I think she was the second tiniest. So I think you're going to be a little bit bigger. This little guy, this is the smallest one, I'm pretty sure, in this litter. But they're fat. They really are, because they're getting all the milk that mom can produce. So eyes are open. Today they are 2 weeks and 3 days old. They're going to be, let's see, they're going to be 8 weeks old on 11/23. And I'm almost certain that the week that they're 8 weeks old, they can go home. Legally, I can't not let them out of my possession until they're 8 weeks. So a lot of times on little tiny ones, I don't let them go home at that 8th week. But I really think these guys are going to be good. We usually start them on cottage cheese and soft food at about 3 weeks old. Not so much soft food, but we do cottage cheese. And usually by 3.5 to 4 weeks, they're over in the food bowl nibbling on the dry feed. So I would say the bigger 2 in here can go home that sometime the week of the 8th week. The little one may go home the 9th, but we'll know more when we get about 6 weeks into this. So that's just a kind of a projection from now when I think they're going to go home. We're going to start with the little black phantom. He is the only one left. These 2 are sold. So the female and blue merle are sold. So I know this little guy's asleep. They've been snuggling up and all warm down here. Your peepers are going to open? Are you awake? Oh, hi there. There they are. Let me rough him up a little bit. Let me pet you a little bit, get your eyes going, scratch your back. So this little guy is not going to stay black. He's already changing. So he's going to be, and I never thought about putting on a dark shirt and having dark puppies, but it is a blue, but he may not show up. I won't put him up against me. You can see these back feet. He's got silver in his feet. So this is going to be a black and silver for sure. Oh, stop wiggling. I know you're not going to, he says, I want my feet on something solid. All right, let me get a hold of it. He's getting big enough, can't get my hands around it. He's middle. So the legs are going to be silver all the way up to his, right up here at the stifle. So all the way up the front of his legs will be silver. You can see these front legs on the front. They're also turning silver. He does have a little bit of brown on the back, but I don't think it's going to stay brown. I think it's going to go silver. And it will be up to his knees. And he is getting brown in his little ears. Ears are open finally. So the brown is around this outside edge. So that's another phantom marking. If I pull his tail up, he's going to be colored under his tail. You can see the light color under his tail. So he will be a really pretty phantom. She is a phantom. A phantom looks like a black and silver schnauzer. So if you go to Google and you type in black and silver schnauzer and don't hit search, go up and hit the word images. It will do nothing but show you pictures of black and silver dogs. But that'll give you a much better idea what he's going to look like as an adult. Microchip number on this little squirt is 1813 is the microchip number. And once his eyes are open really good, probably next week I'll take new pictures. He'll get a bath this week since his eyes are open. And we'll trim all the hair off in front of his eyes. It keeps them from, because a Schnoodle and a Schnauzer's hair grows right back into their eyes. So if we trim that off, just about on this size, 1/8 of an inch, just a little bit in front of the eye, he doesn't have those boogers in his eyes. That's the only reason dogs have boogers in their eyes, is the hair in the corner of their eyes grows right back in their eyes, and it tickles their eyes and makes them tear. So we also go over that with you when you buy a puppy and you come to us for puppy pickup. I usually try and trim the eyes for you while you're here. I let them grow out a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about when you come. But face, hygiene clip, they'll get all that. When they get their first bath, they're going to get a hygiene clip and their backside will get shaved so there's nothing by their anal opening to get stuck when they potty. So you're just going to have all kinds of things happen to you this week, aren't you? All right, let's see what he weighs. Okay, are you going to zero out for me? 0. All right, we're going to put, oh, did it to me again. I swear there's a ghost in my scale. Stop it. All right, so we are 1 pound, 3.8 ounces as of today. Let me see if I can show you the bottom of these feet. You can see where that brown is on the back. Oops, he said, nope, give me my foot. There you can see the brown. I'm about to give up. There's just a little bit of brown on the back. They have had their dew claws taken off. They only had front dew claws. They did not have any backs. All right, so this one is sold. This is the female. She is a chocolate phantom. So you got your peepers open. There's your peepers. So she's got brown eyebrows, brown on her cheeks. She's got brown in her ears. She's got brown on these legs. Turn around. And she's got brown under this tail. And you're getting big enough, you're starting to kind of scoot. They're still in their whelp box. We won't dump them out of the whelp box until they turn 3 weeks old. Are you going to yawn? I know. Can you look at Vanessa and show her your eyeballs? If you tickle her mouth, all puppies do this. If we rub their mouth or we get around their mouth when we pick them up, they'll yawn. I don't know why they do it. I really don't. That one I can't tell you. No, I can't tell you. You're bright-eyed today. Yeah, you got big bright eyes today. You can actually see her hair in, oops, stop. I'm not going to drop you. The hair in this corner of her eye is already coming back into her eye. So when we give her her first bath, she'll get her eyes trimmed. Oh, your nails are sharp. And they'll get their front toenails trimmed. We don't trim their back ones yet because on carpet, 1 pound, 7.0. They have to crawl to get to their mom because they're not up on their feet completely yet. So, and then they also have a habit of putting their legs out like this. This is called frog legs. So if you have, if you ever buy a puppy and it has trouble walking, that's because the breeder kept them on either newspapers or just a hard surface. They have to have something under them that they can get their legs up and get this toe under them and push forward. So we never cut back toenails until they're a couple weeks old, maybe 3 to 4 weeks old. But if they don't learn to pull these legs up under them to move forward, this tendon will actually stretch out and they can't walk right. So that's why we leave everybody on carpet. So that's the story of you, huh? She's got brown nose, green eyes. I don't think they'll be blue. I really don't. Right now they look kind of blue, and they might look blue to you on the camera if Vanessa had gotten that close. But that's because the color of the light reflects off of the pupils and makes them look blue at this age. Okay, down you go. Get your legs under you. I know it. They like to sleep like this, but see, this one just pulled his legs up to scoot, and that's good. That's when they dig those toenails in, and it makes those tendons a lot stronger. So there's a dog fact you probably never knew before. But we know it. I've seen so many people ruin a dog's legs because they didn't put them on something they could get their feet under. All right, this is the little guy. He says, I don't want to open my eyes. No, I don't. Now, we've been sitting here this morning and debating. He's a little hard to see because he's got hair in his eyes already. This hair in the corners is both picking right back at his eyes, so it's kind of got his eyes hidden. Let me pull this hair away. He says, what are you doing to me? Let me see your peepers. I think there is a good chance this one has blue eyes, but they're not open far enough for me to look. And even when I look at him in the non-light, they may go black. Oh, he's asleep. Shut his eyes. It didn't do me any good. So he's honestly too young to tell you, but I don't know. We'll see. Another week or, oh, there's a big eye open. They sure look a bluish cast, but it could be because the light on them and they're babies. Can you wake up? Let me rough you up here. Wake up. I know. He says, what are you doing to me? My mom beats me around. Oh, you should see him. When she's going to clean them up, she flips them over, rolls them down, shoves them across the floor. Did you get your eyes open? There, we got eyes open. Get them eyes open. Get them eyes open. I see you. He says, what are you doing to me? He is so cute. I love the markings on the face. I've never had one marked like that. Oh, he says, I'm so tired. Do we have to do this today? All right, down you go. 1 pound, 4.8. Now you're back on it. You're doing the moonwalk. 1 pound, 5.2. So we have the biggest, the smallest, and the next. So I guess if we wanted to switch them by size, we'll go this way. And see, this is what, I'm gonna see if he'll scoot. See how he pulls those legs up? If he's on something slick, he says, I can't get that foot under me. Are you gonna be happy where you're at? I want you to move. Are you moving? You're not moving yet. You're gonna stay right there. He says, I'm cold. He's shivering. All right, I'll be nice to you. Get back up here. And the carpet makes it easier too. This is a little bit slippery, but they're on carpet all the time. In fact, when we put them out on the floor out of the welt box, it's wall-to-wall carpet. We literally carpet a 5-foot square. I buy hundreds of rolls a year of carpet from a friend of mine that owns a huge carpet store. And when they get done installing, they bring all their pieces back and they roll them. And so they have them in 3-foot lengths, 6-foot lengths. And I go in and fill a trailer for about $400. And she is such a blessing because I don't know what I'd do without carpet. I really don't. This guy says, I'm cold. I got you snuggling. So I'm going to get out of here for now. I hope you've enjoyed their video. I hope you learned a little bit. And I hope you vote. So have a great week. Please pray for our country. And pray for the candidates, whichever side you're on. Have a great week, and we'll see you later.